Around 67% of adults experience a common muscular disease that can affect the movement of a joint, which may lead to depression and anxiety, also affecting one's private, social, and work life. It also causes a lot of pain and general dysfunction of said joint, which affects posture. Injury is also more likely to occur. That said joint has less stability if it does not get addressed in the correct way. You probably experienced this yourself if you ever had shoulder pain, which is the joint and the muscle around said joint we're going to address in this video. And all the problems can be solved with one tool and exercise: the Clubbell Halo. A lot of people's scapulas fail to perform its stabilizing role, which then in turn can lead to ineffective shoulder joints. That in the long run can decrease neuromuscular performance, but also expose the shoulder to higher odds of developing injuries. So a big recommendation is strength training. But maybe some people wonder, what is the best kind of exercise for stronger and healthier shoulders? There are many, but I think one that is very fun, beneficial, easy to store, and can be done anywhere is the exercise Halo, and specifically with a clubbell. It can also be done with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. However, the clubbell has some benefits of its own the others two don't have. Because the lever arm of a clubbell is much greater than a dumbbell or a kettlebell, a 10 kilo clubbells can feel a lot heavier than a 10 kilo dumbbell or kettlebell even. Clubbells feel heavier and requires more stabilization. Granted, it can feel limiting to the variations of exercise you can perform, but for one particular exercise, the clubbell outshines the dumbbell and kettlebell. In this video, I want to go over how to perform Clubbell Halo, what it trains and helps with, then go over the science behind training shoulder joint and the muscles around it. So each exercise has a purpose and benefit that I will explain later in the video, especially if pain or limited mobility around your shoulder joint. Now, for those of you who don't experience pain around your shoulder, this exercise can be used in a different way to help build your physique to not only look more powerful but also be more powerful, as it recruits a lot of muscles to coordinate together. So let us start with warming up. Warming up becomes less necessary the more experienced you become with the Clubbell Halo. However, if you have a history of shoulder pain or injury or poor range of motion even, use this warm-up to get ready and to progress slowly. If you experience pain, go a step back or go with lighter resistance, as we're going to use resistance bands also, because this is the kind of exercise you're not going to progress too fast with. You might only ever buy one clubbell and just get better with that one clubbell. It is okay for it to be hard and challenging, but it should never be painful or uncomfortable to your joints. With this movement, you want to teach your shoulder that it's safe and strong in the varieties of motion that the shoulder normally are very capable of doing. First, we're going to loosen up and improve mobility. We're starting off with 30 seconds of swinging your arm across the body. As you swing your arms back, imagine your scapula pulls inward towards your body and into each other, while turning your hands out so your thumbs are pointing back. Now we're going to do the reverse. Scapulas away from each other and away from the body. Point your thumbs in towards each other and your body. Now we're going to do a stretching exercise for the pectoralis minor. You won't normally stretch before training, but if range of motion is an issue and we're not going to need max force production since we're training on the time and not reps, then it would be better to loosen up the pectoralis minor so the shoulder joint can move safer and better. Stand next to a door and place your elbows on the hinge. To the best of your ability, lean your hand back as you push forward with your body. Make sure that at no point it hurts and hold that position for 30 seconds. Then switch arm, go back to the first exercise, and repeat this whole process 2 to 3 times in total. Now we need to strengthen and activate some posterior muscles. Grab a resistance band and hold an underhand grip. With elbows pushing into your body and bent at a 90 degrees, pull the band apart as much as you and track about 2 seconds. Hold the end position for a second before taking another 2 seconds returning at the start position. Next exercise. Grab a resistance band and hold an overhand grip. Lift your arm up over your head and pull the band apart. So the resistance is at the top as you are making a Y shape. Lift your shoulders to your ear. Hold it there for 1 second and slowly back down. The same tempo as before, 2 seconds up, hold for 1 second, 2 seconds down. If you don't have a resistance band, then we're going to use a wall instead. Stand next to a wall with one shoulder up against it. Push your elbow into your body as you push your hand into the wall. With your elbows bent at 90 degrees, push for 7 seconds and take a 3-second break before performing the next rep. Do that 3 times with each arm. Next, stand with your back up against the wall and heels touching it. Make a W shape with your arms so your hands, elbows, and shoulder is touching the wall. Because now I want you to push your arm up as far as you can until you make a Y shape with your arms. So you go from a W shape to a Y shape. Push as hard as you can throughout the whole movement. If your arms or back stop touching the wall, find that point before it happens and work from there. The same 2-1-2-1 tempo. 2 seconds up, hold for 1 second, 2 seconds down, hold for 1 second. Now that we have done our warm-up, let's go over some drills and advice on how to perform the Clubbell Halo. But since it is summer when I'm recording this, I think it would be much better to do it outside. So see you in a bit. Now we're outside. Let's go over some drills and advice on how to perform the Clubbell Halo. You want to think about holding at the end of the clubbell with your pinky finger and your ring finger around the ball. Your other hand is just right above the clubbell. To primarily make this an exercise that helps our shoulder joint and our scapula, we want to think about keeping the rest of our body as static as possible, because we don't want to use the rest of our body to compensate for any movement. One primary example is if I swing the weight back and I lean with my lower body, that's not so good. We want to keep the rest of our body static as possible, so it's only our arms that are moving. Now, the first drill we're going to perform, get the weight behind your head, hold it here so your elbows are pointing up and your triceps are right next to your head. From here, I want you to think like a grandfather's clock. Swing the weight from one end to the other, like this. Remember to breathe with your stomach, keep the whole body static. This might not seem like a lot of swinging, but we want to perform this drill just to make sure that our shoulders are comfortable with this. Start with this until you become stronger and it feels more natural. If you can do that, let's go over the next 2 steps on how to perform the Clubbell Halo. So, with the weight behind me, in order to get the weight in front of me once again, I want to think about with the arm that is holding the end of the clubbell where the ball is, I want to push straight down with that elbow. Kind of like an old karate master as he breaks down a lot of bricks. At the same time, I want to think about taking my other elbow out to the side. That way I make room for my arm to go around my head. So in this case, I want my right arm to break many bricks like a karate master as I point my left elbow out, like this. Now, to get the weight behind my head once again, I want to think about taking my right hand and lifting my elbow up until the end of the clubbell to the other end of my elbow is in a horizontal line. Once that is done, you want to push with your other arm, in this case my left, behind my head and let the weight naturally swing behind me. As you do this, the weight would just fall and just let it, like so. Now we're back here, swinging grandfather's clock. Back in front of me again. Karate master, elbow out. As you become more comfortable with it, start setting all these drills together until you can perform the Clubbell Halo. Just like such. What can an exercise like this provide for you? I think we should go back indoors and check that out. Welcome back indoors. Now, one of the good things about this exercise is just how many muscles it trains. It primarily trains your shoulders, both the lateral head, which helps your shoulders look wider, but also the anterior and the posterior, which helps you give you that 3D. However, it also trains the middle and lower trapezius alongside the serratus anterior, because you have to lift your arm above your head while controlling and coordinating a swinging weight, which helps stabilize and train your scapula to be closer in towards your body. With these muscles being trained, it also helps you give that upper back look. Also, when your arm is over your head, your upper trapezius is less active. And a lot of people nowadays are walking around with their upper trapezius overactive while their middle and lower is underactive. So this exercise helps relax the upper trapezius and activate the lower and middle, so you get a better posture. You might be surprised to learn that you also train your triceps and your lat along this exercise. Because you have to put your arm above your head, you put the long head of your triceps and your lats in a stretched position, and then you have to contract the muscles with some resistance. This is not the most effective exercise to train your triceps and your lats, but since you do have to perform extension of the shoulder joint, they do get some attention. And in my own experience, I have woken up days after performing the Clubbell Halo and felt it in my triceps and my lats. Now, you also have to keep your core active as you perform this exercise, especially when it gets heavier. One of the primary functions of the core is static strength, meaning not moving or preventing movement from happening. And since we are swinging around with a weight, that's exactly what we're doing. Since we have to stand still, it helps strengthen our ability to transfer power between the lower body and upper body. It will also build a bit of muscles as the level of resistance changes throughout the movement, just like an ab wheel rollout would. When you lift lighter weights and do more reps, you focus on metabolic stress instead of mechanical tension. This can help with increased blood flow to the muscles and also help our shoulder joint, since joints themselves can't directly get blood to them, so they have to pull from other areas of our body. Also, because we are lifting lighter, this can be very beneficial for people who do experience pain or discomfort around their shoulder that they might experience if they lifted heavier weights. It is well known nowadays that metabolic stress can produce the same results as mechanical tension with hypertrophy, as long as you remember to go to failure. My personal favorite thing about the Clubbell is how accessible they are. You can have this Clubbell at your house, at your workspace, or you can take it along with you. But what is also making it very accessible is how easy it is to just do. You don't have to go to a gym, and if you've done this exercise long enough, you don't have to warm up either. Again, please be careful. Just stand up, find plenty of space, and perform the exercise. When I'm done writing this, I will get up and do some Clubbell Halo. That's how accessible it is. Now, of course, I have to mention the biggest flaw, which is that it doesn't train your lower body at all. So it's a very good exercise from the hips up. But there's a lot of exercise that could train your legs. You know, if you train them. You. Yeah, you. I'm looking at you. Don't skip like that.
I would never go outside and train in the winter like this. It's just because it looks cool.